I've been a musician of sorts, never professional. I don't think I can really be called an amateur anymore, for more than 20 years. And in that time I've listened to and played an enormous amount of music. I've also done a lot of other things which, for want of a better description, basically absorbed a lot of my time without much to show for them. I've always wanted to be good at something, and I've always given it up as soon as it got too difficult or reached a point of homeostasis and made no further progress. I generally assign blame for this to my own laziness, but it's no doubt aided and abetted by my anxiety and depression. I did have a major episode of general anxiety 3 years ago, which made me unable to work and unwilling to leave the house. That was in a job I no longer have anything to do with. I was eventually medically retired, but not before 6 months of anxiety and depression kept me home and frankly wanting to stay there permanently. I have had substantially better years last year, and that's in no small part down to a much more manageable job. It's part-time, it's not customer facing, it's now something I really do quite enjoy doing. But other than that, I'm still doing very little of any value or use. There's not much tangible I could show for my days except minor tweaks to songs I was never going to play to anyone because I didn't want anyone turning around and going, that song's shit. Not that they likely would, but this is the life of someone with anxiety, I suppose. Planning things in advance didn't work. Planning things in advance never works with me. Just gives me time to cancel and then feel bad about it later. But start of this year, completely no forethought whatsoever, I did the first video in this year of YouTube thing. It was cover of Dr. Hook's Sylvia's Mother. Yep, that's the one. 200 odd days in, and I can still remember what I did first because I did it again later, and also because I've got a spreadsheet with them all written down. Anyway, yeah, I cheat a lot. I usually have the lyrics and very often the chords as well for the songs that I'm doing printed out and sitting in front of me, so for that very reason that exists. That's all the songs I've done so far this year. I was going to avoid flapping those at people because it's a lot of paper to flap at people. I mean, there's another stack underneath the laptop that's got me notes for this now frankly rambling off on its own bit taggy whatever, I don't know, vlog? Is it a vlog? Is that what the cool kids call this stuff? So yeah, did the video, thought about it over the rest of that day and the start of the next day, did another video, thought, I know, I'll do one video every day for a year. So that was it. I laid down the gauntlet. Here it was, something low impact, something I could do, and something that would leave a trail of achievements. Not huge achievements, but achievements. There are 200 odd videos on this channel that weren't there last year. And there's a video on this channel today that wasn't there yesterday. Unless you're watching this in 2020, in that case, none of that makes any sense at all. But you know what I mean. It's something I could enjoy, and I have enjoyed quite a lot of it because I'm curating my own collection, as it were. I pick the songs I want to play. I take suggestions. I ignore some of them, and I apologise to the people I ignore them. It's not personal. It's just your songs are too hard to play. Something. It was originally just for me anyway, but it was also kind of a whisper for attention. Whisper for attention. Well, a cry for attention that not many people heard. So here I am, way past the halfway mark of this, by all accounts from people that have given me words of encouragement throughout, ambitious challenge. As I said, words of encouragement have come from far and wide. I've had a fair bit of fun. I've been challenged, and I still procrastinate and do nothing at all for far too much of my time. But until the 31st of December this year, I have something to do. Something to do every day, other than wake up, breathe, eat, all the usual stuff, which is not what we're talking about, obviously. It might not be important, it might not be tangibly valuable, you can't monetize covers, and I didn't feel it was right to set up a Patreon account when I don't really know what I'm doing, and I've not got the biggest of audiences. But it's a thing that I'm doing, and that doesn't happen often.